Hey everybody, I have a little Smashbook / junk journal that I made that I wanted to share. And this is one I made for a friend of mine, and I have to mail it out, and so she'll probably guess during this video that it's for her, but I wanted to go ahead and get this recorded and put up on YouTube before I left town, because I will be gone for a while, and then I'll post this while I'm out of town. It'll probably be easier to post it after Christmas than before. So anyhow, I wanted to share this, and this is just using a bunch of as many food-themed papers as I could find, and then also just a lot of various little embellishments that were food-themed that I had in my stash. And so on the front, I've used this really pretty paper that has food-themed things like dinner time and let's eat and bon appetit and stuff like that. And I put this felt cupcake on the top that I've had in my stash for quite a while and hadn't used. Then I have this little eat metal rim tag that I put on here, along with a brad that's an oven mitt and one that's a little rolling pin. And so I thought that was a really cute little cluster. And then on the bottom, I put these chipboard words that I got from Saw at Saw Crafters. Thank you, Saw. And I specifically asked her to do this for me, and she was so sweet. And she actually, did the cut file and cut these out and put them up in her store so that I could purchase them. There's one that says Family Recipes, and the other says Family Cookbook, I think. And I have both of them, and I had kind of had them in my stash. I was kind of hoarding them, and I thought, Angela, why are you hoarding them? You can just order more. She has them in her store now, so go and check it out. They're really nice. They're chipboard, and what I did was I heat embossed this with some of this Martha Stewart really fine embossing powder, and got this pretty red color that I really like, and it has a neat texture to it. Then I just bound it with my spiral binder, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the Smashbook, and then I'm going to go through a lot of the stamps that I used in this, because I used a lot of my rubber stamps. So on the inside cover, I just have it left it blank, and I put a stack of little post-it notes here that say recipe notes that I had in my stash. I think I got them out of the dollar spot at Target. And then I have an older recipe card that I had left over, and just this paper kind of reminded me of a quilt, very country themed, so I put that in there, and it's got the gingham yellow on the back. And there is a cookbook that I've been working on and kind of altering, and I cut some of the pages out of it, and I didn't throw them away. I wanted to go ahead and use them in things like this, so I just bound some of the pages from that old cookbook in here. And I love this one because it had the cornbread pans and the popover pan on there. And then I put this little sticker. It's a little raised sticker of some bread on here. And then I used this one. This might be like an October afternoon, I'm not sure. But it has all the vegetable crate labels on it. And on the other side, I stapled this playing card. It's from some kind of children's card game that has all these slices of bread with different things on them. I don't know why they have a piece of chicken on top of the bread, but I'm sure it makes sense in the context of the card game. And then I had this recipe card for butternut squash and cheddar gratin. I just bound that in there. And then I had this little sweet paper with sunflowers and hearts on it. I did some stamping of a little mason jar with some strawberries in it. And then I used one of my little post-it flash cards, Spanish flash cards with milk on there, la leche. And then just another old recipe card. There's, on the back of it is a stamp of a vintage scale. And then I have a shaped page in here, and on the back I just stamped baked with love, and it's got like a little rolling pin on there. And then just a blue paper with some green background, another recipe card. And then the back of this paper I stamped with some utensil stamps on there. And then I also stamped this little cluster that says Farm Fresh with the little farm and the rooster. And that is this paper, which I kind of butterflied so it would make a full scene across there with cakes and stuff. And I don't know, I think this is a die cuts with a view. It was something called like Grandma's Kitchen or Mama's Kitchen or something like that. It's an older paper set. On the back of it, I have just this beverage with a cup of cocoa and says, "What a treat." I had this Cosmo Cricket tag with these little kids eating that I put in there. And I just have I don't know if you can see it, a banana stamped on the back. I have this grocery list sheet off of my, this is what I actually use for my grocery list, so I just took a page out of it. Another page from that old cookbook. It has some neat illustrations and stuff on it. This is a blank card, recipe card from a Fix It and Forget It bunch of recipes that I got at one point. There's a page with some cherries on it, and it just has kind of a quilt background. On this page, I've got another one of those Fix It and Forget It, but this one's not blank. It actually has a recipe on each side. On this page, I just put one of these, I have a little notepad that's in the shape of these little lime slices or lemon slices. And so I just stapled one on the top, and then I stapled another one of those little playing cards on the back. I have another recipe card with a sticker on the bottom. I have this kind of glitter paper with a bunch of different pots and pans and things on it. Again, another flash card that says juice on the back. Another, this is out of another old cookbook. It was one of those cookbooks that was a 3-ring binder, and I just took it apart, and it's a pocket here. It says appetizers on it. On the back, I stamped a pie and the word sweet over it. And then in the back pocket, I put some copies of some of my own recipes. And these are recipe cards that I've done digitally. And so I just printed them out for her. So I've got, these were Dutch oven brownies. And these are illustrations that I hand drew. So I drew the Dutch oven. And so these illustrations are available on Scrap Girls. And that is in the Farmstead collection. And then this is chicken corn chowder. Again, I think this chicken image is in the Farmstead collection, and the corn is probably in Farmer's Bounty. This is my sourdough bread recipe, meatball recipes. This bowl is in my Farmstead Animals digital stickers collection. I think the branding iron is too, or is in the Farmstead collection. Or maybe it's in the Western Rodeo. I'm not sure. And then I have some home ground flour and seed bread, an apple pie recipe, and these I think are in, like, this is the Farmer's Bounty collection, I know. The teaspoons might be in the canning, the home canning embellishments. And then this one is for chili verde soup. And so, like I said, any of those images are available at Scrap Girls. So I just kind of stuck those in there. I have this page that has like the cross section of an orange. It just has stripes on the back. I've got 2 recipe cards here that flip over. Another page from the old cookbook. Another one of the recipe cards from the Fix It and Forget It has a recipe on each side. Another gingham piece of paper with a puffy hot dog sticker on the bottom. On the back, I have a couple stamps. One is this gas range, and then it has a little pop-up toaster and some coffee to perk you up. I have a section out of a grocery bag that I just cut and put in there. A Cosmo Cricket tag with a fish on it, a fish flashcard, and a fish themed paper. Actually, I think it's supposed to be like the Little Mermaid or something, but we'll pretend. I don't think, nobody wants to eat the Little Mermaid. We just want the fish. So I went with that this is really fish. And so another piece from the old cookbook, another recipe card, a shaped page, and just a red, here I'll just kind of flip through this or my video is going to get too long, this little stamp that says sometimes you just need s'more love. I thought that was really cute. Another recipe card, a barbecue type paper, and I put a dimensional barbecue sticker on there. On this page I did a couple stamps of a wood cook stove. It says if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. And then there's a popover pan on the bottom. And another paper, and this kind of gingham or tablecloth type paper has some dimensional stickers of some watermelon and then a picnic sticker on there. And the back of it, I put a stamp that just says secret recipe and a silhouette of a lady with a steaming tray. And some more scrap paper and another glitter paper with utensils on it. A stamp that says family recipe. Another card from that playing card set. A bowl flash card. A recipe card, just one of those that you pick up out of the grocery store. I think this one's from Albertsons. And this is another fix it and forget it recipe card. And on the back it just says made with love, and I'll put my information on the back. And then on the back has this cute little glitter paper. So anyhow, this is my food junk journal, and that she can put recipes, she can put dinners out, she can put pictures of making food or dinners that she has with family, or just any food related type of thing, recipes that she cuts out of the newspaper or magazines or whatever, and just stick them all in here. And so I'm also going to include, I did some stamps on some tabs, and I have a stamp set that has like soups and stews, main dishes and meats, so I made her a tab for each one if she wants to put tabs on this or just wants to add the tab to a recipe card or whatever. And then I also have some additional little die cuts that are food related that are from this Little Yellow Bicycle Savor journal tablet. So they're just some journal die cuts that she can tape or staple or glue into the smash book wherever she wants. So anyhow, this is my little food smash that I'm going to send to her. And so thank you very much for watching. And now I'm going to go into the actual stamp sets that I used on this. So if you're interested in seeing all the stamps, stay tuned. But if you're not, I completely understand. And thank you so much for watching. Okay, so some of the stamps that I used, there were a lot. And so the only wooden stamp that I had was this Made with Love with a rolling pin. So that's what I put on the very back to put my information. And then this stamp is not readable. There, that's better. This stamp is the one that has the little words on it that said breads, desserts, veggies, and side dishes. And these are what I use to stamp on the actual journal or the tabs on these things. So, so that worked out really good. And that is a companion here it is a companion stamp to this one, which you can't see either, which has the what's cooking, from the kitchen oven, ingredients, directions, and all the lines. So I think what you do is you can make your own recipe card with this. You stamp the lines and stuff, and then you can put, you know, a picture of the pea pod or a dessert or something up here in this corner that they left blank there. Maybe you can see that better. So right up here, you know, you can fit one of these other little images in there. So this came together as a set I got from Oriental Trading, and so I really like this set. But I find I use these small image stamps probably more than the actual recipe stamps. Another stamp that I used is this Fiskars one, and this is the one that has the silhouette and the secret recipe, and also has a place for notes, stamp for notes, and some utensils and a cup and favorite recipes that you could put on the front of a mini album. So this is kind of a dinner party. You can make dinner party cards with this one. Tailored Expressions has a great greeting card one. I usually use this for greeting cards, but in this case I just used the little gas range and the toaster. But it's got a lot of cute little sentiments, and it's got a little salt and pepper shaker and some canisters down there too. So this is a really cute set, and it's really, it works really good. It stamps a really crisp image. I love these red rubber stamps. Another one that I used is this another Fiskars that I got. Looks like I got it at Tuesday Morning. And that's the one where I used the banana and the What a Treat stamp out of this one in the book. So that was a good find at Tuesday Morning for $2.99. Another Fiskars that I use, I use the dessert, and again this is another one where you could make your own recipe card. It has the lines, and then it has some more lines. It says what you will need, so that would fit like over here, and then one of these little squares could fit over the top of it and make a full recipe card. But it's got things like poultry, seafood, bread, snacks, and this was another one that I got at Tuesday Morning for $2.99 quite a while ago. But sometimes they bring this back, so, you know, always check at your Tuesday Morning. Here's another one. I don't remember where I got it, but it was $3.99. And it is a Stupendous stamp, and it has from the kitchen of Baked with Love, You Perk Me Up, You Spice Up My Life. Then it's got that little rolling pin image that I used in this. It's got utensils and little cups of coffee and a hot pepper and stuff like that. So this is a really cute set that you can use for card making. You can stamp it and cut out your own embellishments for your scrapbook pages, or you could use them in a food journal. Here's another one that came in a set that I got from Tuesday Morning, and it's a Cosmo Cricket set, and this is the one that has the oh, here it is. Sometimes you just need s'more love. And that's the one I used in the book, but it says I love you s'more and s'more. It has little s'more people, and then it has this little guy, which I keep thinking is a skunk, but since it says I'm glad you're crazy because I love nuts, I think it must be a squirrel. I don't know. He kind of looks like a skunk to me, but it's a really, really cute stamp set, and that's by Cosmo Cricket. Another one I used was this little Studio G stamp that says Warm Wishes, and I've used this a lot just to make little cards and stuff in the winter, and you can tell I used brown stays on and it stayed on there. So this is a cute little one with a mug. Another little tiny one is this pie that I got. This was recently, I think, on sale at 2P's. It's a Snag 'em stamp, so it was like 99 cents at 2P's in a bucket. This little Thanks a Bunch that has the canning jar and then little things you can put in it, I believe is the Dear Lizzie stamp. I don't know. I got it at TJ Maxx, I want to say, And I have another canning jar stamp and everything, but that I use probably more often, so I wanted to use this one in this. The only thing I don't like about it is because they've cut the interior out of the canning jar and it's just these thin sides, it can sometimes get a little wonky, so you have to make sure when you put it on your stamping block that you get all your sides straight and everything again, but it's a really super cute little stamp. The utensils that I used on that one page to make a background is a Cocoa Daisy stamp, and I can tell by the logo it's a pretty old Cocoa Daisy stamp. So I don't know if they still carry this for sale or not, but you could check out Cocoa Daisy, and they always have some great stamps. The vintage scale I used from this Maya Road stamp. Here's another one of those that I think was a Dear Lizzie that I got at the same time I got the canning jar, and I just used the word sweet was the only thing. Even though this isn't really a food-related stamp, there was something that I could use for food as descriptive word. The rooster and the little barn and farm fresh came from this, which is a this is an On the Farm stamp set, and I have the die cuts that go with it. And this is a paper tray ink. It has all these cute images, and again, this isn't necessarily a food themed stamp set, and it's a greeting card set, but you can use it for scrapbook pages and smash books and food related things, because it does have the pig and the cow and the chicken and the farming related stuff. And then I had also bought the die cuts that go with it. So that's paper tray ink. And then the wood cook stove and the popover pan I got from this one, which is a TPC Studio Vintage Kitchen stamp. And I really like this one. It's one of my favorite cooking ones. This one, unfortunately, I removed it from its packaging, so I don't know who this is from. It's probably a Fiskars, and I probably got it at Tuesday Morning, but it's nice because it also has the little words that you can put on a tab or on a top of a recipe card or something. It has desserts and sweets, sandwiches, meats and main dishes, breads, soups and stews, and they're all sized really small, and you could get them on 2 tabs. So, and I also like this one that says recipe rating and has the 5 stars on it. So that's that. And then there were a few stamps that I didn't use that I just wanted to show you. This one is also from Paper Tray Ink. It's a Melissa J. Designs apple, and it's a greeting card. Love you to the core type of stamp, but you could use it for food. And it's a $5 Paper Tray Ink stamp. And then W+9 also has a great kitchen stamp set, and it comes with you can get the matching die cut. So this is another really nice set, and I know they still carry this. Don't forget your coffee rings, your spills and stain type stamps. There's a lot of people that put out different kinds of these. Tuesday Morning, they had another one with cookies and sweets, and you could put on cards or scrapbook pages or whatever. Here's another W+9 stamp that has, again, another recipe card, and then it has another tab that you could cut out by hand, and they've curved theirs to fit their little tabs. So you can stamp your soups or side dishes on there, and a little picture would fit too. So that's a really cute stamp set. That's W+9. Don't forget, even your little things like Easter has the carrots. This little Studio G, Quite the Pear, I know it's supposed to be for a card, but it has some pears on it. This Cocoa Daisy stamp has a big cup on it that says enjoy. I know it's hard to see. This is another friendship jar, and this is the jar set I use more often because it has this solid jar. It's not cut out on the inside, so it's a little easier. It doesn't pull out of shape and stuff, and it does have some strawberries that are sized to fit in the jar. So this is a good one. This one, I have some other fillers. They make a Christmas fillers for that jar, and they have a bigger jar, and I have the die cut toppers and the stuff that go with that, and these are also these would also be paper tray ink, so all the friendship jar ones can be used for that. This one, why did I pull this one out? Oh, because it says cheese. Cheese on it. Here is another birthday one with cupcakes and stuff that I got on sale. Here's one from Hot Off the Press that's Fancy a Cuppa. It's a card making set that could be used. Why did I pull this one? Pink paisley. Oh, here's the scoop. I was thinking I could use that with a picture of ice cream on it. Here's a kind of floral one that I was thinking I could use for the wheat. This one is a kind of Valentine-y, but it's got some really cute cupcakes along the bottom. Oh yeah, and I didn't use these little guys. I do have some other woodblock stamps, you know, like just a little strawberry. The ice cream cone could go with that. Here's the scoop. Another little cupcake image. Oh, a turkey. Another like a orange wedge. And another little cherry stamp. So anyhow, those were just some ideas and some other stamp sets that I know are out there that are food related. And if you have any really cool food related stamps, you know, let me know and share them. And I would love to see them because I do a lot of food smashing and food themed layouts and stuff like that. So anyhow, if you stuck through to the very end, thank you very much. You have a lot of patience. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions or anything, please leave me a comment below. Thanks, guys. Bye.